Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm actually doing an Instagram critique. This was a requested video from one of my subscribers, Courtney, and I decided to go ahead and do one for her. Now, I have done several videos on how to grow your Instagram, and in the past 2 months, I have been able to grow my Instagram organically by 10,000 new followers. So I did share a couple tips and tricks on how to do so, and this sparked Courtney to message me on YouTube and ask me if I could do a critique of her Instagram profile page. So that's what I'm doing today. So if you want to learn some tips and tricks on growing your Instagram Etsy account, right, make sure that you watch all the way to the end. Now, if this is your first time visiting my YouTube channel and you want to learn how to grow an impactful online business, don't forget to subscribe to my channel today. Don't forget to show me some love by liking this video and leaving a comment below. And guys, keep in mind my Arts Printable Etsy course is now available. So if you are interested in learning how to make passive income selling digital prints, this course is for you. I literally teach you step by step how to do so. So make sure you join today. I will leave the link below. So this is my Instagram account, guys. If you guys want to follow me, please do so and leave a shout out and I will go ahead and follow you guys back. And this is Courtney's account. So we're going to just go ahead and talk about her account right now. So her handle name is Sense of Wonder Designs, and she sells wall art for travel lovers, boho, and I know I'm going to say this wrong, jungalo enthusiasts. So that's kind of like her niche. And I'm going to kind of go over her Instagram account and kind of point stuff out that she has done really well, things that I would recommend, etc. So I think that she's done a really good job with her bio. Bios are really important when you sell anywhere, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, Etsy. People should be able to land on your profile, on your Instagram profile, and they should be able to read this and get a glimpse of who you are, why they should follow you, and what do you do. And she's answering all the 3 W's. You know, she's telling people what she does. She has get free downloads, so she offers free downloads, and then you could email her for custom designs if you wanted to. And then she has her shop on Etsy that she mentions. So this is really, really good. I like the separation like this because it's easier to read. It's not all jumbled together on top of each other. Great job of using emojis. I always tell people add emojis. You don't have to add too many, but just add some to kind of bring your profile to life, basically. So she's done a good job. You always want to include who you are, what you do, and why they should follow you. And she has done a really good job with that. She uses a company called Smart Bio. I've never used them before. I actually use Link in Bio, which is from later.com. So she uses this company, and you're able to include Etsy listings here. So when people click here, it takes them directly to the actual Etsy listing, which is really neat. I like that. I think that when you sell on e-commerce and when you have an Instagram account for your e-commerce, you have to make it as simple as possible. So when people click, they find your products and services right away. The downside of using Instagram is that it only lets you use one link. But when you use companies like this one or like mine's, when people click on the actual link, they have the option to click on other links here to go to that particular page. And you could do this with your Etsy store, that you could have every single image, make it clickable basically. And this is what that is. If someone clicks here, it takes them to my printable course. If somebody clicks here, it takes them to that video. If someone clicks here, it takes them to that expense tracker sheet. And you could do the same thing with your Etsy store, that you can make basically like every post a clickable post. Hers is set up a little bit different, that she has certain stuff. And sometimes that's great too, because too many stuff can confuse the customer. It really depends on what works for you. But great job for having that, because this is another way that you could drive traffic back to your Etsy store. Now, if you don't have the budget to spend, I don't know if Smart Bio is free or not. But guys, if you don't have the budget to spend, like on Link Bio, I pay $20 a month. If you don't have the budget for that, what you could do is you could sign up for Linktree. If you Google it, let me Google it for you guys, because I know they spell it a little bit different. If you Google Linktree, this is their site here. See how they put the dot is link and then .ee. So make sure that you spell it. We'll just type in Linktree, go here. You're actually able to add a link for free. This service here lets you add different links to different destinations. So you could have a link to your Etsy shop. You could have a link to your email list. You could have a link to your, let's say you have a YouTube channel. You could have a link to whatever pages you want to send potential customers to. That's a free one. They have an upgrade program as well, but it's really low. It's like $6, I believe. But this is a free one that you could use if you don't have the budget to add something that costs more money. So just keep that in mind. There are ways that you could drive traffic to different pages or different places that you want to, versus just having one set link right here. So you've done a really good job with that. I think you've done a really good job, Courtney, as well, having your stories is all the same colors. They kind of go cohesive with your colors, which is really, really great. And your actual pictures are really nice. I don't know if you made these yourself, or maybe you can make them on Canva. You could buy them on Creative Market, guys. But she's done a really good job of showing her work, and it's really beautiful. And this is really pretty, very chic and nice. And you could do all of this on canva.com yourself, or you could also buy these pre-made templates for your Instagram stories. So she's done a good job with that. Great job for having these here. Great job for having consistency. I saw that you do post on a regular basis. Guys, I recommend posting 1 to 4 times per day. That's what I'm doing right now. It's very time consuming, but if you automate it, if you use any type of software, I use later.com. If you automate it, I will leave the link for later.com down below in case you guys are interested in joining. If you do the automated process, it's a lot easier, because you could just bash out your work, let's say on the weekend, do your entire 2 weeks for the next 2 weeks, or for the next week or so. So she's done a really good job of consistency, which is really important to grow on Instagram. One recommendation I would do, I'm not a writer. I wish I was a writer, but from reading your captions, it seems like you're a really good writer, Courtney. What I would do is write longer captions. I struggle writing long captions, and when you go to my Instagram account, you'll see that mine are a lot shorter. When I have something really, really important that I want to convey to my audience, I do tend to write a longer post. Like this one here is really long. But for me to write, I'm not a writer. So for me, it's really hard to come up with, I know what I want to say, but when I'm writing, I'm like, oh my God, I get stuck. But it seems like from what I read from your captions, you're a good writer. So I would write a little bit longer. You want to keep them engaged, and as long as possible, keep them in your profile. The longer you keep them in your profile, the algorithm takes notice of that, as well as it might lead to a potential new follower and maybe a new potential customer, which is the ultimate goal, right? Don't worry about followers or the numbers so much. Worry more about getting targeted followers, people that are going to buy from you, people that are interested in what you sell. Those are the people that you want. So you could have 1,000 followers versus someone else that has more. But if your 1,000 followers are people that are interested in your products and services, then you'll make more money for sure. So just keep that in mind. So writing a longer caption, I highly recommend it. Always having some sort of call to action on your caption. So always telling the customer like this, like what you have, who agrees, so people could comment. Tag your favorite fanpreneurs below. One thing that you could do with stuff like this also is that you could tag your favorite people. And you could tag like people that you know, people that follow you, people that inspire you. And some people will respond back, even people that inspire you. And that will give you more comments and more engagement right away. So that's a trick that you should do. Another one is try, I know it's hard with having a full-time job, having, your family, etc. Try to respond to every single person that responds to you. It's really important to make that connection. Instagram or any social media platform, the point of it is to be social with people. So if you never respond back to people, which you do, I'm not saying you don't, but when you don't respond back to people, one, it makes them feel a certain way, like you're not looking at their comments. Two, it's just gratitude. And three, it gives you more comments. So let's say 5 people commented on this post. If you comment back to those 5 people, now you have 10 comments in total. Instagram sees it as 10 in total. They don't see it as, 5 was Courtney's. They see the total, and that increases your engagement. If your engagement is increased, then your post most likely will appear in the Explore section of that particular keyword. So that's the reason why you want to increase your engagement. So writing a call to action or adding a call to action, you've done a really good job with that. Providing value, value could be a quote, right? Value could be something that you're giving people for free. Maybe you could do free printables and have it here. I know you have like giveaways here, but having them in your actual Instagram, maybe you have done it in the past, but having something that you give to people for free, everybody loves a freebie. Providing value also could be 10 ways to decorate your home office with travel decor, right? That's adding value. You're helping someone that possibly wants to decorate their home with wall art or decorate their home office with wall art. And by you having this blog article where you showcase different pieces and how you could put them together, that's providing value. So always remember that. Try to provide as much value as possible. What can you teach people about travel? What can you talk about travel? Have you traveled to different places in the world? What can you say about those places? So stuff like that, just anything that's travel related or anything related to your niche is really important to stay focused on. Also keep in mind, who is your target audience? Is it more women? Is it more men? Is it both? If it is, then try to cater. If you put any type of quotes, try to cater those quotes for those particular people, because that's gonna help you attract the right people. I think you've done a really good job. You're doing consistency. You're adding captions. Another thing with captions is you have to be careful with the captions you use. For instance, I'll go to one that's more for travel, like this one here. So vacay, that's a big popular one. You see, it has 314,000 other people that are using that caption. So as soon as the hashtag. As soon as you use the hashtag, if your posts don't get a lot of engagement, like these up here, especially the ones on the top that have like 4,000 likes, if your posts don't get that type of engagement, eventually your post will get drowned down here. It will get drowned in the search results. You see how it keeps moving? This picture was in there a few seconds ago. And if I refresh it a few seconds again, most likely there will be a new picture, depending on the hashtag, sometimes within seconds. But this picture here, if it doesn't get any traction within the first hour, this picture eventually will be in the bottom of the search results. So ultimately, you want your picture up here. In order to do that, you need a lot of engagement, you need a lot of likes, and you need also to have an amazing photo, something that will make people want to click and engage with it, whether they follow you or not follow you. So just keep that in mind. Having all of those things are very, very important. It's good to go for high hashtags that have a lot of posts, but try to mix it up. Try to use some that are under 50,000. Try to use some that are between 100,000 to 300,000. Try to use some that are millions, right? Posts, but mix them all up. That's really, really important. And doing keyword research, there's softwares out there like Flickr, and there's many tools that you could use where you could do research for your keywords to make sure that you're using keywords that you're gonna potentially have a chance to rank for. So other than that, I think you're doing a really, really good job. I think it's just making sure that your quotes are more focused on travel quotes, making sure that you experiment with different times as well. I post different hours. Like this post, I put it 10 hours ago, which was like, I think I scheduled it for like 1 in the morning. And it got me a good traction, 160. I got to respond to a lot of these comments. But is based on, I do different hours because then I could look at my analytics and I could see, okay, what post got me the most traction and at what time. So what particular posts do better, at what time do they do better, and I do different experiments, and then I gather that information, and from there I try to post at those specific time because that's when my content is seen by majority of my followers. So if I don't know if Smart Bio has an analytics, I know later the one that I use does. So making sure that you have some sort of analytics. You could also check your analytics in the back end of Instagram and see when is the most popular times, what post got you the most views, whether it was from the Explorer section, whether it was from hashtags. It gives you all that information when you go on the back end. You could see what Instagram stories got you the most views, etc. So having that available. Another tip is for the Instagram stories, I would say do 3 to 4 per day as well, just to kind of have something always up and engaging your customers. The Instagram stories doesn't have to be like as perfect or as strict. It could be a video of you talking. It could be a video of you creating your printables. It could be a video of you sharing, I don't know, maybe you travel somewhere. But they don't have to be as, like these, that they have to be more, okay, make sure that you stick to your niche a little bit more when it comes to your profile. But I mean, other than that, I think you're doing a good job. It's just, it takes time to grow your Instagram. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, some people get lucky, they grow it quickly, or they have money for marketing. So they spend a lot of money on ads. So therefore they grow it quicker that way. It really depends on your budget and what you have. But if you do these steps that I just talked about organically, you'll see some growth. And you'll start growing and growing and growing. And eventually, you'll get more people that follows you. And hopefully you'll be able to convert those followers into actual sales. That's the ultimate goal. Just keep that always in mind. Don't focus so much on this. Focus more on providing value, on finding your target audience, on putting stuff that people feel like is engaging so they can engage back and show the algorithm that you do provide value, right? Things like that is what's going to help you grow. And then from there, make sure that you value the people that follow you. And then from there, people will start buying from you. But these are my tips for your account. I mean, it was a pretty easy critique, I think, because you've done a really good job. I really don't have any critique on your photos. I think they all look really, really good and they're cropped in a complimentary way. So I really don't have anything bad to say about them. I just think that you need to do the tips that I mentioned to you, and that's going to help you a little bit more. And writing long captions actually help a little bit more as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Let me know in the comment section if you have any recommendations for Courtney. Maybe you sell similar items like she does. What have you done differently that she should be doing that has helped your business? Leave the comments below. Let's help each other and let's help each other grow. Thank you guys for watching.